Hello, everybody. I'm Larry.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in one of America's finest cities, Miami, Florida. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete to open things up. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and that'll bring up second down. And here are the starters offensively, and one of the wideouts, Eric Decker.
Remember when he came out of school, out of Minnesota, many thought he was nothing more than a number 2 or 3 receiver? He's proven everyone wrong. He's a guy who's a high-volume catcher and a terrific player downfield.
Second and 10, Smith again. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
From his goal line here, Smith. And he goes down, and it's in the end zone. Smith goes down in that end zone. That is a safety. So how's that for an interesting way to start this ball game?
First drive of the game, and you go backwards all the way into your own end zone?
Guess it kind of makes you wonder what else we might have in store here in this one. This is brought in at the 21. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Taking him down is a veteran, Darrelle Revis. They run it again with Williams. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So on 4th down, the Dolphins will ask Matt Darr to kick it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field. And, of course, coming off the safety the last time they had the football. I never want that.
No, that's pretty unique, too, isn't it? When you give up points that way and the scoreboard, you look up and it says 2-0, it can throw you a little bit. Let's see if they can put that to the side and move forward.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 2nd down, Forte. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. To throw on second down is Smith. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Intentional grounding, offense.
So an intentional grounding penalty, and the offense goes back 10 yards.
Yeah, last resort for the quarterback. He couldn't get outside of the tackle box, so he could legally intentionally ground the football. Had to just launch it and take the penalty.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Out of the gun, Smith. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, and allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
We look now at Geno Smith. He's the focus of our player spotlight. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
They come up in an offset eye. Play clock winding down. Here's Smith now on second down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Ndamukong Suh in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Only one score in the first quarter, and it came from the defense. 2-0 is our score. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They're going to go for it. It's Smith. Looking for Decker, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Trying to shake off the intercept under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Williams, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a third and about 14.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's got time in the pocket. And this is going to be incomplete. His tight end, Jordan Cameron, the intended target. Now 4th down. On now the Miami field goal unit. From the right hand. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And the 13-year man puts it through. And that will give us the very rare scoreline of 5-0. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take 1 guy, 2 guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
Throwing now is Geno. Anunua's got it, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Back to throw, Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They begin the drive with Williams. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. This one caught. Jordan Cameron. And he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. We'll come back to Miami after this. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And Cameron has it over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Here's Tannehill. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And this is incomplete.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Now it's Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. They come out here in the eye. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Now Landry.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Forte, the lone running back. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Taking a shot here for Marshall. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play that time by the Jets. 32 yards. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now Gino on 1st down. And it's brought in by Eric Decker. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. From the red zone now, Smith. And it's caught by Decker for a Jets touchdown. Eric Decker as the first half is winding down, and the Jets have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 4 down. 380. 380.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Tannehill. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Here's Tannehill now on second down. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4.
Blue 10.
The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here at a tight 2-point. Jeez, they don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water. All right, 3rd quarter, let's get to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Here's Landry. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well.
There he goes, right side. He's at the 30. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line.
Holding offense.
Good job, D. Good job. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You don't want that. You don't want that. Get out of here, baby. Wide 20.
On second down, here's Tannehill. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it a 1-yard gain of the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, This feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Anunua's got it. Complete. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A huge play there for the Jets. 43 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Time running out here on the play clock. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's caught by Decker for a Jets touchdown. Eric Decker, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in.
Yeah. You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And out come the Dolphins now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. With that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
2nd down to the offense, needing 5 yards. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Jordan Cameron is tight end, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
Single, slop.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Bruce Carter with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, The thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
The play clock's running down. They stay on the ground. Forte again. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Forte, the lone running back. Gino now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards on the pickup. Yep, back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They go play action here on 1st down. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. A little 360. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. That's caught at the 1. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll run it with Williams. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Damian Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Let's put our attention here now on the Dolphins defense. Yeah, they got to be feeling good about forcing that long missed field goal the last go around.
And you know what upsets a kicker more than anything? Is missing a kick they think they can make and feeling like the other side believes that they had something to do with it. And it doesn't matter to those guys on defense. I know. They're taking full credit. Yep, we forced him into the miss, and they're going to ride that confidence the rest of the way. We'll see if the kicker's able to get his confidence back as well.
Here's Smith now on second down. A dump off to Forte. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
On first down, this is Forte. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. Smith now to throw. And he's got a noon one. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Forte, the lone running back. Smith going to throw it. Got an open man. It's a noon one. They get the penalty yardage back, plus 5 more as they get it to 2nd and 5.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They go back to the ground attack here. It's Forte. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try and get it with Forte. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And Dominican Sue's second tackle for loss on the game. Strength is the #1 thing you think of with him. But let's not underestimate his hands. You know, it's almost like he goes for martial arts practice. I'm not sure that he does, but it's like he does that. They're so strong, so heavy, that he's able to get people off of him and go make plays.
Now I'm just picturing him doing martial arts.
I'm not sure he needs it to get done when he gets done. He is just so strong.
Out of the pistol, Forte. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run.